Couponing 101. Here are my tips. Rule number 1, be organized. This is my method. It's the binder method. No matter what method you end up using out of the different methods that are the most common, I do recommend that you do have some kind of list so that if people do need to find your coupons and you are unable to, or you're trying to teach someone else to, this easy to follow list will help direct them where to go. In the binder method, you will need to buy a binder. It can be, I got this zipper one that's really nice. It's this binder was about $15, but I got it on sale for $7. And I just get those plastic sheet covers that go with reports and things of that nature, and I put extra little things, pins, my coupons I'm using, things of that nature. And then this is just that sticky paper that is for labels, but I just cut them and labeled them my own. And then I have them separated by types of coupons between frozen and cold and dry and pet food and cleaning products and things of that nature. You can do it alphabetically, you can do it by product, you can do it however you feel the easiest to find it. This just happens to be mine. So when I do it, I haven't sorted these coupons yet because I'm going to show the difference in the coupons, but this is how I have it done. Some people do recommend you buy baseball card holders. I don't like doing that because you have to fold the coupons and they tend to take up, they damage the coupons sometimes when they're folded like that. And when they are folded, it's hard to see the dates. This method I like because I can change the labels very easily and the dates are very easily seen, and I can put many coupons in there. All I've done is taken one of the plastic sheets, cut them twice, and then taped one end of it, the bottom end, and then I stapled it on the ends over here to keep them from flapping all over, and that's it. And it's a nice easy way for me, but like I said, you could do it any way you want. But this is how I organize it. This is another way. This is the pocket that you can buy anywhere. You can go to the dollar store, you can go to a nice little office supply store and get one. This was from an office supply store. It's a little bit more sturdy. It's actually made of plastic instead of paper like you get at the dollar store or one of the Family Dollar places. But basically they have little tabs, and I recommend this for anybody starting. You basically label it as you want, and for people who are just starting out, this is an awesome way to do it. Then there is the box method. This is a box you can buy. You basically get a plastic box like this. They have it on sale at Joann's for $9, but it can go upwards to $20 depending on the size of the box. You can do this with envelopes, you can do this with files, you can do this however you want to organize it. This particular box that they're selling already has the little slots in it of plastic so that you can make your folders selection or your files more easily found. I find this is a little bit more clunky and out of the way, and I don't like this method. But if you already have the plastic box, all you need is note cards and some kind of like folder or envelope, and it will help you organize. But choose one of those methods, whatever method works best for you, and that's how a way to stay organized. Step 2 is buying the Sunday papers. These are the closest ones. I am on the tri-state border of Delaware, Pennsylvania, and Virginia, and Maryland. So because of that, I have access to major newspapers. Basically, you want to get a major publishing paper. The only one that I know of that's a major paper that does not do it is the New York Times. But what you're going to do is at the grocery store, usually at the top corner of the Sunday paper, it tells you how much you will end up saving in coupons. Now, these are all the same week, and they usually come with the same coupons. So as you can see, this one says this is how much your coupons are worth, and that one says that it's only $500 about. So we got $450 versus $3,600, almost $700 worth of coupons. The difference is that this particular paper takes the ads into consideration. So it might be an ad for Target that is included in that price evaluation. This one actually only includes the actual coupons that are given. So just keep an eye on that. Rule of thumb, when you're in a family, I recommend that you buy minimum 2 papers of whatever paper you end up getting. The second rule of thumb is if you have a large family, I would not get any more than 2 papers per person in your family. We'll go over why you want to get 2 papers in a little bit, but basically if you get more than 2 papers per person, then you'll end up with so much that you will not be able to use it effectively, and it ruins the cost benefits of it, because paper is for Sundays and it range anywhere from $1 to $3 a paper, which can cut into your budget quite a bit. Once you go through the paper and you find the ads, these are the different kinds of coupons you can get. Red Plum, Smart Source, and PG paper. The PG paper is the most valuable. It only comes once a month. The reason it's most valuable, and it only lasts 1 month as well, is because the coupons inside are for health and beauty products, and as you can see, they sometimes are high value coupons, but mind you, this medicine particularly may cost $20, $15 or $20, so this is a savings of at least 25% for that value, but it's still, depending on the store and everything else, it may or may not be worth it. But these are the most sought after coupons, the PG&E, and they're usually in the first weekend of the month. The Red Plum usually comes in every paper. Some papers do not, and the Red Plum has been notorious for at the end of it having junk coupons or ads to buy frivolous things. Now these things like this, these ads, I would be careful of. Reason being because they're like, oh, limited time offer, $15 or whatever, but then that's $15 in monthly payments for 6 months or sometimes 3 months or however the long the time is. They usually end up costing around $100. So there's always exceptions to these rules, but things like this you need to be very, very careful of. But as you can see, it's a bunch of actual ads and things of that nature before I actually get, and this is starting from the back forward. So, but see, now there's actually a coupon. So that's an example of the Red Plum. And then the Smart Source, I actually got 2 of the Smart Source. And this is in the same paper. I got 2 different Smart Sources. So I don't know exactly why that happened, but normally you only get 1. And in any case, when you start clipping your coupons, this is how you want to start clipping it. Basically what I do is I stack my papers and I organize them, and like I might cut this one, but I won't cut that one. So with this one, I just stack it and I hold it neatly, and I have seen some people staple it. I have seen some people put tape on it to make them so that, because when you have stacks of paper, they tend to move. But depending on how large the quantities of coupons that you're cutting, especially if it's only 2 or 3 pages, you don't need to staple or do that. You just cut it and be done, and then you file them away. But this is the easiest, quickest way. You cut multiple coupons at the same time. If you do cut papers that are different, like mine, when they're different areas, you have to be careful because sometimes they may look similar on the front, but when you start going through them, this page and this page may be reversed, meaning that when you cut it, it's not going to be the same, and you have to watch it for this things like that. But if it's all the same paper and it's the same weekend, you don't have to worry about that. So you just cut them and then you make your piles. So I have my pile of coupons here, and they are not sorted yet. They're just, this is the pile of all my cold stuff. But as you can see, a bunch of them are similar already because I did have them in my piles. There are different types of coupons. This is something to note. These are the store sale, like the advertisements. Sometimes they have little game promotions and whatnot, and that's what this is. These are the ones that are printed up at the register. These can actually be used, and these separately from these and on the same item, meaning if you have a coupon for this particular item in addition that you cut from the paper, in addition to what the store printed up, you can use both of them on the same one item, not 2 separate items. But we'll get into that later on how to actually coupon and save money. So in any case, I am going to file my coupons now. Once I do this. If you don't have time to do all this filing and whatnot, then that's what the folder method, which was the little handy thing. And before, I would just put all of my cold stuff in one packet and be done with it. So, but that's what I do after you file. Something to note, I got these 3 in my weekly mail. Once a week, usually in my neighborhood it's Thursdays, but once a week the mailman will give you a pile of ads or a pile included with your mail, and most people don't even bother looking through it. They just toss it and be done. Look through them. They're very important. You miss coupons if you don't. And sometimes in those mail ads that come to your house, they have actual promotions, because I've seen things like you get a coupon in the weekly ad at the local grocery store for a free turkey if you spend $100 on your grocery bill. But the problem was it was only in that ad that was mailed to you. It was not in the store ad that came in the Sunday paper or in the store ad itself when you go into the store. So just take note of that. Look through it. You'll see patterns when you do that, but just a note on this is another place to find coupons, and it's free. So now, my next tip is how to follow the rules with the stores. Every grocery store and every store that's like a drugstore and any store you go to has different coupon policies. And sometimes they change them, usually about yearly, sometimes a little less, usually a little bit more. But this is where I recommend you go to crazycouponlady.com. That's the year that they originally published it, the 2011/03/15/store policies-2/. And basically on this page, you're going to pick the company, and it will give you the coupon policies for that particular company. I just randomly clicked on one, but these are the policies for this particular store. The thing is with these store policies, once you've read them and you understand them, then that's all you need. You don't need to print them out. You can if you want to for your own reference, or if the cashier has a question for you, or the store manager or whoever, then that you can refer to them to their own policy, because sometimes they may not be aware themselves, and that's just a safety on your end. But in the majority of the time, you do not need to worry about it. But once you understand them and read them per store, then you kind of understand better what's going on. This is more of a bonus so that you don't waste your time and they don't tell you, oh, you can only use 4 coupons here at a time or something like that. So that's just a note. And again, these are the rules that we're talking about. Now, we have not covered double coupons. Double coupons only go up to 99 cents. If it's $1, they will not double it in most cases. So meaning if you have a 99-cent off coupon, then it will double, meaning you have a $1.98 off that particular item. Very rare do you have a 99-cent coupon, but majority of the time it might be a 75-cent off, or a 25-cent or 50-cent. Meaning that it would be actually, if it's 25 cents off, that you get 50 cents off that item. And the stores do this automatically. You can watch them to make sure it's done correctly, but it's usually done without any errors. Now, here are some additional rules. Online coupons is another place you can achieve coupons. Most of the time, online coupons are free. Problem is that you can get a virus, because what happens is that they require you to download a printing device that is for coupons only, that adapts to your printer. And the problem with that is that your printer is now linked to your computer to spy on what you're doing, and I don't do that for that reason, because I don't want any company knowing when I'm looking at their coupons. If I'm looking at any Kellogg's coupon, and I don't want them knowing that I'm looking at their products, because that's a way that they basically start controlling you. Unless you have a particular computer that's just set up for this one particular thing, you don't do any kind of other searching on your computer or any other internet usage except for couponing, then I would suggest maybe doing this. But the majority of people don't have the money or time to devote one computer for that particular thing. Now, for your coupons that you do clip, I would suggest coupons that you only use. Do not clip dog coupons if you do not have dogs. Do not clip baby coupons if you do not have babies. If you have a friend who has a baby and they will use the coupons, then give them the coupons. But if you don't bother. These coupons are just going to take up space and cause more clutter, and it's just too much of a hassle. Don't do it. So now when it comes to sales cycles and stockpiling, here is a chart. This is a chart on the different types of sales and how they rotate them. As you can see, the yogurt and the Cheerios are usually not on sale at the same time. There is a 6-week gap that's the same between both, but they continually, and the size of the hump, meaning the value of the sale. So yes, this is another sale, but it's not as high as this sale here. So as you can see, the later in the year it gets, the higher the values get towards Christmas and the beginning of the year and the middle of the year, but during the middle months is when the sales are usually, they're there, but they're low. So once you get into the habit of couponing, you'll find these patterns yourself in the different items, and this is just an idea so that you know when the best time is to buy different items. This is a different site, the Crazy Coupon Lady here, and basically she covers every month and the different things that you can do, and the different types of sales that they have on a monthly basis, meaning that the beginning of the year usually is health food, because that's when everyone's on their revelation to go on a diet, so you get a lot of health food type things. February is going to be candy for Valentine's Day and things of that nature. And she also has when seasonal produce is in, because we all have to buy produce, and if you do, you buy it fresh and freeze it, and it saves you money in the long run. So that's why she has the seasonal produce. Now this site covers when the Sunday papers are going to have what coupons, and it's livingwithcoupons.com and the different schedule. And as you can see, here is the list. Now, here's a note for you. If a holiday falls on the weekend, the majority of the time, like right here, no inserts, meaning that is a holiday, and I think that's Memorial Weekend. That's why there is no coupons. So if your holiday, and here we go again in July, because of 4th of July, they do that because of just the way it works. So if it is a holiday weekend, do not plan on buying papers, because there probably will not be any coupons. And here is the last of it on different warnings about couponing. So if you have any questions, I will be making another video that's going to go over how to make lists and when to buy and things of that nature. But that is the general idea. Rule of thumb, don't get overwhelmed. If you find yourself getting overwhelmed, it's okay if you miss a weekend. It's okay if you forget to buy papers. It's okay if you forget to file them away. It's okay if you forget to clip them. It's alright. They will be there later. It's not a big deal. Don't stress. Just don't stop. If you take a break, it's fine. Just don't stop doing it altogether, because then you will start spending more money than you need to. And that's the point, is to try to save everybody money and making it as easy on you as possible. You can make it a family event, you can make it a fun event, but you don't want to make it a chore. And this is what we're trying to prevent. Hopefully my tips will help, and thanks for watching.